Did anything change? We went in, right?
Security guards seem to be gone, but it's difficult to tell for certain. This seems to be similar to what happened with Sis's palace.
Yeah, the Diet building and the surrounding buildings are pretty much the same.
But this time, the Diet building remains unchanged.
The gate wasn't open earlier, though.
Wait, look! Mona's appearance is different. That means we're definitely in a palace.
But none of our outfits have changed either. It's kind of weird that he wouldn't see us as a threat yet.
Come on, let's go take a look.
How's it look over there? See anything?
Nah, it's totally normal.
I'll check it out.
What the heck?
What's up, Futaba? Futaba?
What is it?
The hell?
Even though this country may sink, he alone will survive. That's what this cognition is about, huh?
This is bullshit! A country that children can be proud of my ass is completely sunken in his head. If a guy like this stands above everyone, we're seriously done for.
This is beyond ridiculous.
The same goes for Akechi. He should have seen this scenery as well. Yet he still aided Shido.
What in the world is he thinking? Whether it be for glory or for simply a reward,
Yeah, we don't even know Akechi's motivations in all of this yet.
my father died because of someone like this.
We gotta sink Shido instead of this country.
A palace with not just the center of the distortion, but the entire country sunken.
True, we haven't actually seen a palace this distorted in terms of the entire scenery since Futaba, which actually says something about how bad her situation was.
I can't believe there's someone with this tremendous of a desire. Be careful. This will be completely different from past palaces.
Yeah, this is pretty much our long sort of finale dungeon we've got here.
We're definitely gonna take his treasure.
It is pretty much business as usual, so let's do this.
All right.
It's just on a grander scale.
We must put an end to this by December 17th, the day before the elections. Let the infiltration begin. Time to pay him back for setting us up into a trap.
Wait.
This isn't even just a preview, we're actually exploring the palace today. Also, this music right here is amazing, I'm just gonna let you listen.
All right, let's get moving. What's up?
Also, elephant in the room, we're down one party member because Akechi has been removed from our team. Now, I really hope this is true. Yeah, he was kind enough to give his accessories back before he betrayed us, so... yeah, let's applaud him for that at least. Okay, you know what? I want Haru to be here still, but I'm gonna bring Ryuji because, you know, he's got a stake in all of this too, and, Yeah, let's have Morgana by our side for this as well. Start on my Auto Mar persona. And so, I will just say, as we're heading into the Politics Dungeon, every part of this palace will be named after actual Australian political slogans. And I would just like to inform all of you that yes, all of these are real.
Indeed.
Yep, we're threats already. Noir already considers her whole beauty thief thing a cringy phase.
It looks like.
You're right.
Yeah, that's true. It is kind of weird they all look like real people, though something looks a little bit off about them. They don't seem as real as the ones in Sire's Palace. It's like they have artificial plastic smiles or something.
Listen up.
So the kanji right there say certain victory, I believe. You can actually talk to these cognitions too. Well, I mean, I guess we fit right in this whole, you know, masquerade ball thing they've got going on. I do really like that the sort of, like, really climactic dungeon of the story is a masquerade ball. Just really fits this whole picaresque novel aesthetic that the game's got going on. Again, ooh, you poor people. You're not one of the elite who are allowed into this super epic cruise ship. Well, I mean, you know, given these days with cruise ships and viruses, maybe this place is not exactly somewhere that you want to be invited to.
Huh? What?
So we actually do some fighting here. And hi there, Cerberus. Cerberus has one head in every game except Persona 3 because it's based on the Cerberus from Shin Megami Tensei, not Shin Megami Tensei, like a Digital Devil Story Megami Tensei, the very original.
The opponent is strong. Don't do anything reckless.
And he uses a lot of fire. So its weakness is pretty obvious. Satyr Axe, but we don't have any of those. So I'm just going to go ahead and let's try Miracle Punching it. Nope, that's not good. Already Megaton raiding us. But, okay, I've been horribly wrong before. Okay, I do have ice. Good. In fact, I'm using my own four-legged beast on this thing.
Ooh, Joker.
Tiger versus... I think this thing is meant to kind of be a lion? No. Okay, it still counts as a mini-boss. So, in that case, let's go full, let's say full boar on it. But, I mean, is that totally accurate? Full tiger, I suppose? You know, I actually just realized something. Wait, if this thing is a lion and I just summoned a tiger, I just created accidental symbolism. So the reason for this accidental symbolism is that Shido's name I've mentioned before, the she in Shido is lion. However, the Tora in Toranosuke means tiger. So I feel like maybe they chose those, like, animal names as kind of like a contrast, because, you know, we've got the good politician and bad politician.
Oh, is this a show of sorts? Mr. Shido never fails to keep his guests entertained.
Indeed. Those privileged enough to be on this ship are all on the winning team.
Wow, my parody voice for them wasn't actually that far off of their real voice. Ah, people getting murdered by lions.
What is with these people? Why do they not feel any danger after what they just witnessed?
It seems they think no harm will come to them because they're here on Shido's ship.
They're not even sensing the danger. Come on, let's make him see what this ship really is.
A hotbed for diseases? I guess they wouldn't even believe that at this point. Well, I mean, sort of. Also, look at those posters. I love how evil Shido looks in those posters. I also love how, like, that, I believe the kanji on there I can recognize future, so that's probably the United Future Party, and how, like, in the real world, they have that just sort of happy, like, you know, warm blue-colored earth, but here, in Shido's mind, and what things actually are, it's a giant eye overlooking the world in Shido's hands.
Hey.
So, like, yes, they have become the Big Brother party. You can see that kind of whole motif in the Royal opening movie as well, which I have not shown yet. I'm saving that for the third semester. But now I should be able to actually recruit these things now. We've got Strumming Veena Player. And yeah, in researching Lakshmi recently, I found out that, Sarasvati is actually kind of a big deal. She is the wife of Brahma, one of the 3 main Hindu gods, and thus she forms the trinity of goddesses and the wives of those gods. Okay, they're not weak to that.
There's an enemy that's confused. Give it some psychokinesis.
I'm guessing Psy, I'm feeling either Nuke or Psy as these things' weaknesses, but I guess Psy is gonna be hitting a technical on one of them anyway. Okay, technical but not weak, so, yeah, I could have used this thing in the Velvet Room before, but I wanted to save it into here. You know what, I'm not going to take any chances, let's just downshot. In fact, since this is going to be a very brief palace visit, I should go ahead and use all 3 of my downshots here. Now, do any of you have joined my cause? Doesn't look like it. Okay, let's try and get one of them, actually.
This is all so sudden. It looks suppressed. Don't trouble it with more info than it needs.
Okay, yeah, so gloomy ones like vague answers. Would you do to anyone else what you're doing to me now? Hit you with psychokinesis while you're confused? Well, we do that to a lot of people. I sure would, no I wouldn't. This is a special exception. This vague enough for you? Okay, yeah, that works. Suspect that you decided to hear me out. Why have you decided to be more communicative with me? Your looks, you seem useful, no particular reason. The warning shot is risk-free, but I'm pretty confident this is the right vague answer here. There we go. Okay, so we've got Sarasvati now. Yeah, I remember these things being a bit of a pain in Strikers because they can heal like the surrounding shadows, and given that game's like an action RPG where you fight multiple enemies at once, it's kind of harder to take them out before they start healing. Okay. And they can also they also show up in a lot of mini-boss fights too. A Black Korgatana, that's not really, you know, all that hard to find right now. Sometimes it can be a little hard to notice these shadows around here, but, yeah, I like how there are, like, full-on, like, SWAT team dogs in here. Dakini. Wasn't expecting to see you as a shadow so soon. I've already had you, like, as in I have a much better version of you in my compendium, so give me money.
Not bad.
I'll take it. I have a lot of money right now. I probably shouldn't press my luck here. I've never really commented on the way that Ryuji holds his shotgun in the negotiation sequences. It just kind of looks weird when you see it like that. Also, we have a Dharma doll here with one eye filled in and the other not. So I believe you're supposed to fill in the second eye when the wish you make comes true. And I have heard that they're often used in politics. I'll need to look a little more into, of course, Shido keeps fear vials in his palace. But I'll need to look a little more into this. I love these giant statues of Shido here as well. And also, speaking of Shido, somewhere. Okay, this one actually has something. Masquerade mask, of course. Okay, we can't quite hear what that's saying, but Shido does have campaign speeches blaring on these, which is pretty cool.
I'll reveal your true form.
That was just, like, I thought that I could Shinei hook you, and just coincidentally I zipped to the side because of the, you know, hideable terrain. Narcissus, oh yeah, I have used you before with Defire. Actually, wait, no, I can already tell if I have fire on me by pressing the weakness button.
Let's go. You can hit their weakness.
Waffle. Do I have anything better than that? I kind of doubt. Oh, no, I actually do have something better than that. Kind of weird that weakness chooser automatically went for the low tier weakness skill instead of the high tier one, but oh well. Oh hey, free Narcissus. It's kind of funny that the literal trope name for Narcissism is in Shido's palace. Yeah, I like this like how like in general the theming of the shadows in pretty much all the palaces is really good. And yeah, here you've got again like the Cerberus to represent like the lion in Shido's name. You've got also very extravagant looking things like Sarasvati, and then you've also got, but at the same time, they're also quite strong enemies as well. Like, Dakini hits very hard physically, so the enemies here make sense both from a gameplay and a story standpoint. And again, like, we've got full-on SWAT team dogs in this place. Okay, Cerberus, let's see if we can recruit you this time. Yeah, guard dog of Hades, which is pretty much entirely true in the game Hades, since he's the last obstacle before. I mean, technically that's sort of a spoiler, but I mean, it's kind of obvious.
This one's so angry. I think it won't have any patience for niceties.
Okay, irritable. So yeah, irritable ones I think are like straightforward answers. So maybe just I'm sorry? Yeah. What are you gonna do to me? Take pride in capturing you, use you to decorate the hall. That's probably vague. That one's probably a joke. So maybe it's this one? There we go. Okay, there we go. We got Cerberus. So yeah, I was talking about Cerberus's design earlier, and I don't think I've mentioned this yet, but so Cerberus normally has this one-headed design that a lot of people find kinda... Okay, I do need to keep Empress Hanged Devil. I can safely get rid of Giri Makala though, because I do not need Moon right now. But like, we are gonna be jumping back into Confidant time after this brief stint in the palace is over. So I do need my Confidant personas. I was tossing up whether or not I wanted to actually, like, you know, go straight back into this palace afterwards. But I thought, you know, I kind of want to max out Haru as soon as possible. Mostly so that she's finally free of her fiancé forever, but also because, you know, it'll make her better in battle. And we'll be maxing out a lot of things before we go back into the palace, so it'll be useful just to have all... Interesting. Okay, then. At least it doesn't get rid of your status. Guess I must have had a physical immune persona on me. I don't think that's going to defeat you. Saying me lost because me weak just reminds me of, thanks to Chug Conroy's Chrono Trigger playthrough, I just, I was about to say that I'm going to demonstrate the amazingness that is Psi attack items now, but I didn't get a chance to. But thanks to Chug Conroy's Chrono Trigger playthrough, I promised I would use my down shots here, but I guess I don't need them at this point. That whole because me weak thing just made me think of the original Chrono Trigger translation where Magus, like something like your death was due to carelessness in the original, like Ted Woolsey did the best he had with all of the Nintendo censorship mandates and the limited text space, but it's still ridiculous that like your death was due to carelessness got translated as you got whacked because you're weak, which just sounds like something a wannabe rapper would say. I think he's saying pretty much the exact same things that he says in his campaign speeches in the main storyline.
That's a treasure chest. It's...
You know, I don't actually remember this area from my test playthrough. Maybe I straight up missed this chest there. This looks eerily like where you fight Ganondorf in Ocarina of Time. Does anyone else feel like that? I don't know, but like, seriously, this area does not ring a bell for me at all. I might not have discovered this in any of my playthroughs. So, yeah, I did notice the grapple point there, but wow, I might have just discovered something new about Persona 5 that I never knew before. But yeah, back to what I was originally saying. So, Cerberus. It has a different design for Koromaru's persona, but my favorite Cerberus design in this franchise is one that I only discovered recently in Soul Hackers 1. There is a design for Cerberus based off of its its design here. Except it's got 3 heads, and all of them are breathing fire. I suppose there's a 4th design. There's the Cerberus in Digital Devil Saga as well. But yeah, I'll show on screen what I'm talking about. But this version of Cerberus looks so cool, and I wish it looked like this in Persona. It's like the perfect, combination of the classic Shin Megami Tensei Cerberus and mythologically accurate 3-headed Cerberus. I don't get why more games don't use it.
These huge doors are obviously suspicious. Wonder what's through here.
There's slots to stick in something like a key card. Whoa, there's 5 of them.
And 4 lion's heads. I wonder which of these resurrect a character, and which of them gives stat boosts. Oh wait, this isn't Fire Emblem Gaiden.
475 people in favor, 0 against.
I hear something.
Since there is no one against the plan, this bill will be unanimously passed as drafted.
Of course, Shido has the entire House of Representatives and Senate.
Passed? What's going on? Was that Shido's voice?
If this truly is the representatives' chamber as written, beyond here must be the main assembly hall.
The what now?
It's that large conference room that's usually seen on the news.
Yeah, that one where usually it's kind of boring, but honestly on the news in Australia I often see some parliamentary action that's kind of interesting. I feel like they say with all due respect a lot, and they usually, whenever someone prefaces something with all due respect, it usually means they're about to be incredibly rude in a few seconds.
Oh, that thing! Gotcha. So, what are they doing inside?
Most likely a meaningless vote. One in which whatever Shido proposes will always go unopposed.
So he's doing whatever he wants by keeping only his supporters in there.
It's the absolute definition of an echo chamber, I guess.
What do we do to get in, though? Should we find these keycards?
Maybe we need some kind of qualification. One that vows to be his follower or swear loyalty. So basically we need to prove that we're on his side.
Yeah, I doubt that at this point he'd believe us if we marched in there and went, I, for one, welcome our new United Future Party overlords.
Let's just go about this rationally. It's so we can proceed forward.
But what's this qualification thing about?
Why don't we ask the guests on this ship? That thought never crossed my mind. Asking around doesn't sound like a bad idea. The guests here are the cognitive versions of them in Shido's mind. They'll know any secrets he shared.
True. You have a point.
That said, the ruler here is that evil Shido. It wouldn't surprise me if they did turn hostile.
Unless they just think we're entertainers.
Right. Yeah, wouldn't they attack us? We should prepare for the worst, of course. But I think we'll at least be able to talk to them. This ship is most likely an Ark loaded with those that Shido believes are worth keeping alive.
Yeah, there's that definite biblical Ark parallel here.
It'd explain the luxury cruise ship. I doubt idiots who can't even hold a conversation would be here.
I really hope you weren't thinking of Ryuji when you said that.
We can at least gather information. It helps that everyone's wearing masks. We'll blend in even with our attire.
Well, I mean, yeah, but at the same time, most of the others don't have costumes with spiky shoulder pads on.
He must believe that no one shows their true face to anyone else. Just like him.
Yeah, that's a decent explanation.
Well then, let's split up and ask around.
I would say what'll you do if you get attacked, but most of us can probably handle ourselves at this point. So the treasure is right in front of us from the start, but it's just a matter of unlocking the path there. And there's 4 of these slots in lions' mouths, and one of them's in the middle. Kind of wonder if it's significant that there's only 4 lions, but 5 slots. Oh no, I think I get exactly what they're implying here.
Hey,
Well, it seems like that there's a 4-member of nobility who likes to hang out by the pool. Good to know. Also,
hey!
this is actually not optional. They force you to grab this if you haven't by the time you finish this sequence. So, get ready, everybody. Let's look at the map for this palace. Pool deck, more pool deck, back deck, more back deck, entertainment hall, side deck, more side deck. Okay. It doesn't look that big for now, but there's actually a lot of this place that you don't see on the maps. Mr. Orr. Important politician. Okay, then. Well, this guy is probably the most obvious of all of them. Okay then, 5 VIPs. Have you found anything, Haru? Yeah, that sucks. Haru's not really doing so well. But who's doing even worse is Futaba. Maybe she'll work out for us. How you doing? Unfortunately, Ryuji, you kind of give off that aura of, you know, non-sophistication. So he unfortunately hasn't learned anything apart from the fact that people here are snobs. What about Yusuke? Yusuke could pass for a snob. TV station president, huh? Okay then, well, great. That means that Shido controls the media too. And the slots. Okay. No, you're supposed to say not terrible, but not impressive.
Well...
Okay, there is actually a little bit more to this area, but they do force you to go to the safe room right now. Are they even going to let me go here? Okay, they are going to let me go here a little bit, except if we try and walk up these stairs... Yeah, they don't just have SWAT team dogs, they have full SWAT teams in here. But that's somewhere to keep in mind for later. It's really the only place we can progress forward from here. Well, that and down these stairs.
Is there a safe room nearby?
Which just leads to a dead end with a chest. Hi there. Nirvana Strength. Haven't really used much of these throughout this playthrough. I generally prefer to use Lockdown and New Game Plus.
Still, this is a surprise. All the cognitive guests in this palace seem like real humans. The casino earlier looked pretty real too. But talking with these guests was a whole nother story.
You have that right.
This ruler's observational skills and insight are off the charts. Shido's a formidable foe.
Don't forget that he also has Wakaba's research, so he could probably even manipulate his own palace if he wanted to.
Come on, no need to freak out.
I'm not freaking out. I was just thinking it'll be easier to make a plan since they can talk normally. Alright, let's put together the information we gathered.
Huh. Gotcha.
You're right. It seems...
Okay, so politicians at the restaurant. That's actually the closest to us from where we are. Former noble. We know that guy frequents the pool.
Please hear me
out. Television station VIP. He always plays the slots. Because, of course, they have a casino on this cruise ship.
Hey, listen!
Nice one, Futaba. You actually, managed to get something. President of an IT... Oh yeah, of course, Futaba found that intel. Always in his room. That kind of sounds like Futaba's kind of people. Though I hope that isn't insensitive at this point. The cleaner. Did someone think Morgana was trash and just wanted to get rid of him? So the cleaner we have to check out last. Yeah, if everyone here, Haru couldn't get anything, but it makes sense. You know, I just realized here looking at this, like, Haru's, like, hat texture actually does kind of look like real velvet. It's a bit of a weird thing to be commenting on right now.
It's no use. I can't keep the profiles of 5 people straight in my head.
I don't get why this is voiced and the bit before is voiced, but the part in between isn't.
I can only remember about 2 of them. What about you, Joker?
Okay then, so former noble, TV station guy, IT guy, politician, cleaner, that's all 5.
Really? Wow! We're up against 5 people. The politician Owe, a former noble, a TV station
I already
president,
mentioned this, but
an
yeah.
IT company president, and a cleaner. We get certification from them and obtain letters of introduction that'll serve as keycards. But only go for the cleaner after the other 4 have been dealt with, right?
So the way they're talking here makes it sound like you can go after them in any order. I really wish the palace worked like that, but actually, Shido's palace is possibly the most linear in the entire game, and that's very much for better or worse.
Whoa, now that's impressive! You go, genius!
If we can't remember the details on the VIPs, let's reconvene inside a safe room.
Alright, let's get this done quickly. Hey! Well...
And with that, our first foray into Shido's palace is over. We can actually access the Velvet Room here, but because there's no alarm going on right now... Oh, actually, wait a minute.
Do you need something?
I'm gonna go in anyway, because... Remember all the way back when we tried to go to bed here and there was a mysterious voice? During Shido's palace, if you try and go to bed now...
What was that?
Please hear me. These are the final words I leave for you. If my voice has reached you, I am most likely no more. Even so, I must relay this to you. Please, you must remember, the ruin that approaches you is by your own machinations. A plan to reverse fate, so that you may repel the true ruin yet to come. O chosen trickster, overcome your cruel fate, and save this world.
Sounds like that was more referring to the plan earlier. But I guess now the plan's happened, we can make out that full message. It's interesting. Basically, yeah, from now on, you can fully hear that entire message. Don't really have a whole lot of context on who could have left that message, though. But I think this is enough. Also, I like how there are fireworks in the background there.
Yo.
And we're back. And we're here. Yeah, this is it. I like this option. Yeah, we're going after the guy you always knew was bad news since probably 14 to 15 years ago, since Futaba would have been just born around then. Shido's likely been at this kind of thing since before the Persona 4 and 3 crews were operating. Yes, all of those lavish travel expenses and things like that. And many important people who got to do that even during lockdowns because, yeah, rich people. Also, wait, he's using his own tax money for trips. That is just like that one Australian scandal involving the helicopter and taxpayer money. Yes, that's one of the understatements of the year. And of course, he's the guy who did the whole damn Brad I'll sue thing. He is pretty much Joker's arch nemesis. Like, the really cool thing is that, like, most of the arcs had a focus character, and the Palace Ruler was usually, like, tied to them in some way. In this case, it's finally time for Joker to be the spotlight character. The Diet decides things with a majority vote, but what happens if the vote is split 50-50? Speaker of the House decides, they flip a coin. No, it's Speaker of the House decides, which actually reminds me of the US Senate.
Nice going.
Yeah, I avoid. Okay, so like, even though we're in a politics arc, I really don't want to talk about like actual real life politics very much in these videos, apart from just a few funny incidents from Australian politics that I kind of like to comment on, because yeah, you know, I want to keep political discourse out of these. I like to keep my videos politically neutral so that, you know, anyone can enjoy them. But I will say that I do personally like things when, like, a Senate is as close to a 50-50 split as possible. Because I feel like that means that everything has a chance to be argued by both sides. But we may, with our free time tonight as well, finish off Gunpla Goemon.
Okay.
I like how they came up with actual 8-bit themes for all of these games. And I'll be using this because otherwise it's complete luck.
Oh.
So you've come. Wonderful. My name is King Yama. Whatever happens in this land of torment is my doing. Right now, I am not under contract by a crazy guy who wants to be Light from Death Note with glasses. Now then, let's play a game. I'm sure you already know the rules, but do you need to hear them again? No, it's not that. However, my game is much stricter than that of the prior demon. You will need to win best 2 out of 3 to succeed, otherwise, you lose. Good day, sir. Now then, this is the first round, even or odd, which do you choose? I believe I chose odd last time and it failed me, so gambler's fallacy even. And of course odd. Such powerful light!
For real?
I thought it was an odd number, but I suppose I was wrong. The result is even, you win. Next comes the second round, even or odd, which do you choose? Doesn't really matter, it's pretty much 50-50 anyway. If I fail all 3 of these, I failed all 3 of them.
For real?
Yeah, this is pretty much case in point for why I say always read game secrets before you go for the game completion, just because of this game and one other that's also luck-based.
Yes!
Huh, you won? It seems as though your fate has not yet come to an end. The world of the living is nothing but suffering. I hope you have the strength to survive it. I wonder if there really were any NES games out there that are pretty much pure luck like that. I really hope there aren't, but there probably are. And more pointless social stat points. but we do get another one of these passwords. We can still get a reward from this at the game store in Akihabara. Gambling card.
Nice.
Thankfully not literal gambling, we already did our fill of that in Sire's Palace. So tomorrow, it's actually going to be back into daily life for a little bit, but we'll still be maxing out some more Confidants. Oh, after this, literal messages.
It's me. Sorry, I know you're tired. It'll be a sec, just hear me out. I've decided what I want to do with Shido after going into his palace. We can't let him run free. If there's a heart we gotta steal, it's definitely gotta be his. Yeah. Man, you knew this whole time, huh? I want to avenge you, that's a no-brainer, but that's not it. If we let him run the country, the weak will be totally effed. Isn't it our duty to protect them?
I mean, yeah, Ryuji's shown some real character growth now. He's no longer just thinking about his own fame.
Remember when I told you that heroes who lurk in the shadows are boring? Well, forget what I said. Those heroes are way cooler.
And again, more character growth. See, I do like Ryuji quite a lot. I have this weird relationship with Ryuji because I do feel like a lot of the Western fan base, I'll just say, stans him a bit too hard, to the point where like they act like any moment where someone's mean to him in the story, it might as well be a war crime.
Hey, once we change Shido's heart...
But I still think he's a good character overall. In fact, I probably like him more from this playthrough than I used to.
No, never mind. Forget it.
Because he definitely used to be my least favorite of the bro characters out of Junpei, Yosuke, and him. I still think Junpei's my favorite, but I will say Ryuji's definitely second now.
Let's do it. Let's steal that bastard Shido's heart. I'll do everything I can to make it happen. Thanks for listening to me. See ya.
Okay, and now back into daily life next time.